David Rasolt is a highly regarded trainer, Six Sigma Master Black Belt, and coach. An expert in statistics, David is one of BMG's leading curriculum developers for transactional toolmaster training. David has taught statistical methods at schools and universities throughout his career. Today, he works with companies, training and mentoring black belts, green belts, executives, and champions. David holds a BS in biostatistics from Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute and an MS in statistics from UC Davis. Let's meet David and hear from some of his students.
I walk in there with the expectation that they are skeptical. They don't necessarily know what Six Sigma is about. They don't necessarily know if they want to even use this approach. I accept and look forward to that skepticism, and with the idea that if we work together, that these folks will be convinced that this actually works for them.
I was especially amazed when people asked him questions about the projects they were doing or something off the wall, and he was able to switch gears and explain to them how to solve their problem through Six Sigma.
In most of my experiences, the people who have come off the floor or come out of the real world and go into a training capacity like this often have the wisdom of the application to breach book learning and the real world, to breach that gap. And that's one of the most valuable aspects he brings into this course.
It's exhilarating and very satisfying, because not only do you see them begin to understand, you see the lights going on as we go from 1 week to the next week. It's no longer theoretical. At the end of the 6 weeks, we can actually see the benefits of the program to the students, to the company, and to ourselves. And that's very satisfying. I'm the customer, and I say, Sam, I want 85.5 inches. You want 85.5 inches? Okay, I know this relationship. I've done my experiment. I know the relationship. So I can immediately go to the variables and say, okay, I know what I need to. You want 85.5 inches? I'm going to set my anchor to here, my start to here, my stop there, and so on, and I'll give you 85.5 inches. Bingo, just like that. And that really is the object of any kind of experiment that you do, is to understand and characterize the process. What I try to instill in the class is a sense of freshness, a sense of learning, and I think by doing that, we're able to actually encourage these people to go back to their work situations and then actually promote Six Sigma and promote BMG.
David isn't the only one enjoying the sense of freshness in the class.
I like the fact that Dave is energetic and he really gets into it. We do a lot of hands-on demos and examples through various stages of the training.
Dave is a very positive trainer. He reinforces questions, and when giving the wrong answer, he never says, oh, well, that's not the right answer. David always makes sure to say, you're on the right track or you're going down the right road.
I would describe David as a down-to-earth, intelligent, practical individual. But not everybody can possess it and pass it along in methods that everybody will be able to hook up to and to understand. And he does that in a manner that's not intimidating and very easily accepted.
If you can find the 3 variables and the 2 levels within each variable that give you a nice coverage of the range, and also a little bit below and a little bit above, that would be good. That would be very, very good. What we don't want is a situation where you choose 3 variables and 2 levels where you're only covering from here to here. There are physical things happening out there, and there are physical things happening with this Statipulp exercise where they have to actually do something, they have to change something, and see what that does to the variable of the response that they're interested in. So they're beginning to think in terms of inputs that I'm changing, physically changing, and outputs that are being affected by that, which is exactly what we were looking at in the real world.
David's students appreciate his Six Sigma knowledge in the classroom, but also value his ability to keep it simple.
You'd be sitting in a class and there's always the few people who really want to understand the mechanics behind the mathematics, and it's nice that he's really good at breaking that down for those who want to understand it. He can also stay at that level where most people are more comfortable. I haven't seen him stumped yet in any of my classes with him.
I've just enjoyed interacting with him. People who are in technical fields or have his level of understanding of material are always eccentric. I myself are one of those eccentrics. And when two eccentrics find each other and start in the same eccentric orbit, it's you can have a lot of fun with it. And David definitely floats in the same eccentric orbit I do.
It energizes me. I feed off of the class. They feed off me, and I feed off of their energy. So the more energetic they are, the more interested they are, that hypes me up and it keeps me going.
David Rasolt, one of BMG's premier Master Black Belts.